see it up in a second. Okay, welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Wednesday, August 7th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines. We don't have Facebook tonight, so we'll have it tomorrow. Once again, we'll be on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. So that'll be the tonight's channels will be on tonight. So we'll be going over today's headlines. So make sure everybody is in there. So we got everything on the screen. So we're in. So everybody, all three networks are on. So let's go ahead and go over some news headlines. Switch this over. And we'll go over some MLB scores. Okay, I'm going to switch this out. So I'm going to pull this right into my screen. So apologize to everyone if you see the screen going big or something like that. I'm going to switch this over. So we should be up on the screen. So I'm watching you on the screen. So if you see me pulling something, don't get upset, because we're just pulling the screens in. So let's go over some MLB scores at this hour. MLB scores. We're switching over to the MLB scores in just a second. Just please bear with us tonight. We have one network down, so we should we're on all three. So please bear with us tonight. We're still on. Okay, we'll wait for the MLB scores to load. And give me 1 second to load the. Wait for the scores to come up. And my computers. We're on YouTube. So YouTube viewers, if you see me. Okay. Score update. In the bottom of the fourth, it is the Mariners up 2-1. They have runners at first and second and 2 outs. Also, the Yankees up 4-0. That's going into the middle of the fourth. That's middle of the fourth inning. Also, the Brewers up 5-1, bottom of the fourth. Also, the Royals up 2-0. That is in the bottom of the third. Runner at first and no outs. Also, Phillies and D-backs will take place at 9:40 Eastern, 8:40 Central Time. So 8:40 Central Time tonight. So I'm watching you on YouTube. Also, the Mets defeated the Marlins 7-2. Mets defeat the Marlins 7-2. Also, it was the Indians winning 2-0 over the Rangers. And in the second game, Indians won 5-1, so they won both games. Also, the White Sox defeating the Tigers 8-1. So White Sox defeat the Tigers 8-1. Blue Jays won 4-3. Atlanta wins 11-7 over the Minnesota Twins. We're still running. Okay, we're still running on. The Astros won 14-3 over the. Let's go ahead and go over the recap. Let's go over and do that. Switch this over. So everything is on. So we got everything. The screens are on. So everything should be on. Okay. The Astros won 14-3 over the Colorado Rockies. The Astros are now 75-40 on the season. Let's give you the scoring plays on what happened in that game. Okay, let's give you that. Let's begin in the top of the first. Colorado did score, make it 1-0 on a home run. Jose Altuve hit a home run, tied it up at 1. And also, Yonner Greno, I'm saying his name right, made it 4-1. It was a 3-run homer, so it was 4-1 Astros. Let's see. Um, in the top of the fourth, so Grinnell once again hits a sac fly, so it was 5-1. Astros. The Rockies made it 5-2 on a 2-run homer. So it was, no, it's a solo homer. Excuse me, sorry about that. Solo home run. Also, Michael Brantley singled on a short line drive, made it 6-2. Also, it was a walk. Bregman did walk, make it 7-2. Also, Grunnell doubled, made it 10-2. So it was a pretty good lead for the Houston Astros. Also, Grunnell once again grounds into a force out, makes it 11-2. They had a score in play. Also in the bottom of the seventh, the Houston Astros made it 13-2 and also 14-2. Also in the top of the eighth, it was let's see, Colorado did score their third run, made it 14-3. So pitching situation in the top of the ninth, Colorado just had fly out, ground out, and strikeout. So fly out, ground out, and strikeout for the Colorado Rockies. So once again, the let's see, the Houston Astros went 14-3. They had 12 hits on 14 runs. So a pretty good effort by the Houston Astros. So that's quite great. I think that's good. They need to keep winning. They don't need to be losing any more games than they already have. So they're 75-40. So let's give you the pitching box score recap. Okay, box score recap in the game. Houston Astros. Altuve went 1 for 3. Stubbs went. He had a run, but no hits at bats. Also, Brantley went 2 for 4. Bregman 2 for 4. Also, Alvarez went 3 for 4. Correa went 1 for 3. Grunnell went 2 for 4. Diaz 0 for 5. Madonna went the new acquisition from the Cubs. Went 0 for 3. Only had 2 hit runs. So sorry about that. Also, Marsnick went 1 for 5 in the game. They left 22 runners on base. They left 7 on team total. They were 6 for 15 and runners in scoring position. So we're still on. So that was the Astros, and they left 7 men on base on team total. Okay, pitching today for the Astros, 12 strikeouts, no walks, 2 home runs given up by Cole. That was he had given up 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 earned runs. Benagai, I'm trying to say his name, is Biagini, saying his name right. He had 1 strikeout, 5 hits, 1 run given up, and 1 of them was earned. McHughes had 1 strikeout in the game. His ERA is 5.34. So that is the initial breakdown for the Houston Astros and Colorado Rockies. They are now 75-40. So I think this was a getaway game today. So let's see. Let's go back to the MLB scoreboard. The rest of the scoreboard, we'll give you the rest of the scoreboard updates. We had to break down the Astros game. So okay, switch this over. So we'll go back to the other scores. Switch it back over. Okay, let's switch back over. Okay. Let's see. The Cubs went 10-1 over the Oakland A's. They are now 62 and 52 in the season. So they're 62 and 52 in the season. Also, the St. Louis Cardinals lose to the Los Angeles Dodgers by the final of 2-1. Also, the Nationals win 4-1 over the San Francisco Giants. So that is the MLB scoreboard for this hour. So we'll go over the minor league baseball in just a second. Switch this over. Let's see if I can hear myself. Okay. So let's go over the minor league baseball scoreboard. I'll switch over. I can hear myself. So, okay, minor league baseball scoreboard on the AAA level. Okay, Durham leading 2-0. They have a no-hitter in the game. We don't know who had it, but they're displaying no-hitter. 2-0, top of the 6th. Also, Buffalo up 4-1. Charlotte up 3-2. Pawtucket and Columbus even at 1, top of the 6th. Also, Gwinnett and Rochester at 1-0. Also, Louisville and Lehigh Valley is going to be playing in just a few minutes. Reno is up 2-1 on the Baby Cakes. So right now it's not looking good for the Baby Cakes. In the bottom of the 3rd, they have a runner at first and 2 outs. Also, Tacoma is tied up at 1 with Oklahoma City. Also, Salt Lake City and Omaha is up 1-0. Also, Iowa is up 1-0. Bases loaded. So, in just a few minutes, in about 5 minutes, San Antonio will take on Albuquerque. Round Rock will take on El Paso. Hopefully, there are going to be a lot of moments of silence during that game due to that shooting last week in El Paso. So probably going to have some moments of silence there. Memphis is and Sacramento will play at 9:05 Central Time. Also, Nashville and Frisco will play at 10:05, 9:05. Also, postpone Indianapolis and Norfolk. So that is the minor league baseball. AA side, AAA side. Let's go to the AA side. Okay, AA side. Altoona, they'll score top 4. They have a runner at first. That's Richmond. Also, Erie is up 7-0, top of the 5th. Runners at first and second. Biloxi is up 4-3, going into the 6th. Also, Akron and New Hampshire is playing right now. They're tied up at 1. The Mississippi Braves is up 6-2, top of the 5th. Also, Reading is up 1-0, bottom of the 2nd. Also, it is Jackson on top 4-0. Also, it is Amarillo up 2-0. Midland has runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. Also, Pensacola is down 4-1. That's going into the 4th against Mobile. The Floribama Series, I think it's what it's called. Also, Frisco is tied up at 1. Also, Tulsa is up 4-0 against Springfield. Also, Montgomery is up 2-0. That's in the top of the 2nd. Also, Northwest Arkansas down 3-0. And Harrisburg and Binghamton is playing top of the 1st. In the first game, Altoona wins 4-3. Harrisburg wins in the first game 4-2. and also suspended in the bottom of the fifth. Bowie leads did lead 2-1. So that is your minor league baseball and also your MLB updates. We'll have another update immediately following the show, right after we get off the air. So let's go ahead and go over to the Saints. Switch it over. I'm about to switch over in a second. So switch this over. Okay. The New Orleans Saints practice today. We're going to give you an update. So we're going to give you a video update on the Saints. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's give you Saints.
Yeah, so today, obviously, it felt different. I think the one thing that helps is the first 40 minutes that we get started. We're stretching in there. We're going through our walkthrough in there. It takes some learning. It's really not a full practice when that's happening. It's just the beginning of practice relative to stretch, walkthrough, and then look, you work to get acclimated. And so today, anytime we practice after an off day, it's always a beginning to ramp up day. So it's an alert injury day, statistically. The first day back, and we used to say they're fresh, they're ready, but if you looked at any of the studies, you see more soft tissue injuries following a day off. And so training, no different than in any other sport, is a sick. There's peaks and valleys. So today's how long are we on the field? What are the drills we're doing? And we're alert that what the challenges can be. Now tomorrow a little bit more, and then you do the same thing and you start again. So, but it felt different today.
Will you be starting Teddy Bridgewater quarterback Friday?
We haven't decided yet. We'll let you know before Friday.
How does he, I'm from Minnesota, how does he kind of look compared to before the injury, and how's he been doing for you guys?
You know what? We were just talking about him this morning. I don't have any reference point to the injury. In other words, when we signed and traded for him, he was healthy. He had a real good preseason with the Jets. I think he's done exceptionally well here. He's certainly going to play a lot this week. I think that, a second year into what we're doing has benefited him, and he brings all those other intangibles that allow you to win, I think, that are necessary at that position.
I'll follow up with another Vikings question.
Yeah.
Why, you guys have so many ex-Vikings all over the place. I mean, you scooped up several. Anything in particular?
I think sometimes it's
stealing all of Zimmer's guys?
No, I think sometimes it's coincidence. Mike and I are close friends. We worked together for 3 years in Dallas. There's that old saying, "Misery loves company," and we were both challenged by Parcells to be real good coaches. But he's a close friend, but a lot of it I think is more coincidence. Latavius is a guy that we valued, and we needed a running back if we were to lose Mark. Then you get to some other positions, Nick Easton's position. A lot of it has to do with just timing.
Speaking of Nick Easton, do you know if Cameron Tom, Nick Easton, or Eric McCoy will start this Friday coming up?
Yeah, at some point we'll list who's going to start, but we're going to see those guys all play.
Coach, obviously Emmanuel Butler started out training camp with a bang, and then he missed some time. How encouraging is that he's able to get that guy?
Yeah, he's real close. We're hopeful he can play this Friday. All right, thank you guys.
So far.
You're well aware that they've struggled in the return game, and averaging half what you averaged last year at 6 yards and 12 yards. What do you think is going to be the key that you can keep up and be that double-digit from return for the Saints?
Just trusting the process. We got a good coaching staff here, great players. So I'm just here to compete, and any way I can help them, I'm ready.
How eager are you to just kind of get into a game setting? There's a lot of practice time, obviously, get to a game type setting.
Yeah, anytime you can catch punts off Thomas, Snyder during the day, it's pretty much game-like, because he's one of the best punters in the league. And, you know, we were out here every day before and after practice catching, and during practice we catch, so we're ready to go.
Marcus, looking, it seems like you also obviously take reps with the defense, like Hardy, Chris Banjo. Do you think, though, that they'll give you an opportunity in preseason to do that, or they mainly just want you to return the ball?
I think everyone will get a chance to play special teams and defense. They do a good job of rotating here, and you got to be ready to go if someone goes down or whenever they need you.
What are the qualities of this team? What attracts you to the Saints, just in terms of signing with them, and what was the draw to the White here?
It's a good program. You know, I heard they needed a returner, and I'm here to compete and get everyone better and try to win the job.
How much of it was Thomas? I think I might have heard you say that like at the last time you talked to us.
Yeah, Thomas and I have become friends over the years. You know, competing against each other, and you know, I'm glad I'm on his team now.
You made one play on a PBU back here. I'm guessing that part of your game, you're probably going to have to contribute as a defensive back too, right?
Oh yeah. Anytime you're out there, you try to contribute. You know, like I said, wherever they need me out there, whenever they need me, I'll be out there and I'll give 100%.
Marcus, go ahead.
You've done this for a very long time. A lot of people have tried kicks and punts in this league. What separates the elite guys from the guys who maybe don't do this for as long?
Yeah, this is my 10th year, so obviously I have a lot of experience. You know, elite guys have really good vision. They know when to make decisions. They know when to take chances. But I mean, my job's been kind of easy. I've had such good blocking in my career and good coaching, so they made it easy for me.
Does fearlessness play a part in that?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely taken my share of hits. If you're going to be a returner, you're definitely going to get hit hard every once in a while.
Marcus, what's your background? How did you end up at the University of Minnesota? Was it just opportunity? I know obviously that was somewhat of a dream early in your career. You played for the Gophers, and now you play for the Vikings. What was that process to end up at the University of Minnesota?
It was fun. My brother played there, and so I decided to walk on, and I was actually a receiver my first 2 years, and then I earned a scholarship. They moved me to corner. I did a little bit of returning, and then obviously I got invited to the Vikings rookie minicamp as a tryout guy, and they signed me after that, and ever since then I've been working and trying to return.
Playing all those positions, how important is versatility when it comes to staying with the team or staying in the NFL for as long as you have?
Yeah, very important. You know, rosters are so limited, and especially on game day, you only get 46. So the more you can do, the better.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Trying to do my best here and contribute however I can, wherever I can, and however long I can.
How do you feel like camp's going for you?
Good so far. I mean, it's still a lot that we're still learning, still a lot of things we got to put in, and we just got to stack days on top of days, and come out here and just get better at something each day.
I know you said that you really want to talk about the past and all that stuff, but the defense that you're playing currently, how much better is that for your skill set?
I mean, that's what it's what I grew up in. I played it ever since I started playing D-line in high school. I was in a one-gap system. College was one gap, so I mean, I like being in a one gap system myself. For me, I feel like it helps me out, bring out my abilities and whatever I can do. It highlights those things.
With all your experience down in the NFL, who was the toughest offensive lineman that you went against? Like one of them was like, "Whoa, this dude, you better pack the lunch because he's bringing."
I don't know.
So not one in particular that like.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Right,
I mean,
I got you.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'll think about it next time I'm over here. I hope you're here and I'll tell you.
You hear a lot of the guys.
I'm sorry. Did you feel the heat out here a little bit more today? Was it a little warmer?
I mean, I'm getting kind of acclimated now. I mean, kind of, it's kind of easing up on me. And like I said, I'm from Texas, so I've been growing up in. I'm born and raised in Texas, so humidity is another thing. But I mean, the heat is all right.
No big deal today.
Yeah. It was 90-something in Texas this whole summer, so.
You hear a lot about iron sharpen iron from these guys. Eric McCoy across from you. Have you seen his progression throughout camp and seen him develop?
Definitely. I mean, it's different. it's a little different in college here and everything. The speed's a little different, and he's catching on. You can see every play he's getting better at that, and he's talking around the guys, and he's trying to find out little tips and taps there and everything.
What does he do well when you watch him?
He's a great. He's real good at quickness. He's getting the plays down, and I mean his communication is really good along the line, and I mean his quickness is really good. It's there.
Malcolm, when you look at the preseason game, do you think you'll have an opportunity, an obvious passing down to rush the passer?
I hope so, man. We ain't looked that far yet. We're still in training camp. Man, we're still out here grinding every day. Anything they ask me to do, I'll be out there doing, ready to do it. I'll be prepared to do it. So any situation they put me in the game, I just go out there and perform.
Thank you, Malcolm.
No problem.
That needs to be talked about, so we'll see.
The last time you kind of spoke to us, you said you had a lot to learn in this playbook system. How's that process going for you?
It's going well. You know, it's still about the same. There's still a lot to learn. We just keep installing and throwing more things in, but you know, it's just going over it every night, repetition, and just getting to know. It's pretty much the little things. It's the little details that what makes this offense so hard, because there's so many of them to get. So it's just keep going over those and just knowing them like the back of your hand.
So when Mike's back out here, does that open up things for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it does quite a bit. It's another person for the defense to really have to focus on and worry about. And it just helps kind of make the defense play a little bit more honest and true.
Jared, we in the media don't like to jump to too many conclusions just from watching 2 weeks of training camp practice and seeing the plays you're making out there. But are you as enthusiastic about the results you're actually seeing on the field?
Yeah, I'm excited. I still think we got a lot to improve on. I don't like to jump to conclusions like you guys do. So it's kind of all about the work, you know. It's about the work we put in and just keep getting better from practice. It's always something you can improve on, right? And it's always things, especially being new in this offense, that I continue to improve on and continue to learn each and every day. So it's just keep on stacking the days, adding them to your piggy bank, and then cashing out at a later date.
And I know you're no stranger to high expectations throughout your career. What gives you hope that sort of this is a better fit that'll work out maybe than some other stuff did?
I think it's all about the preparation. The more you go into a game plan, learning and knowing game plan, knowing what to do, knowing what your quarterback is going to check to or tell you before he even says it, I think the preparation in that aspect gives you a step above the competition and a step above, each week, each and every week. So it's just knowing it. It's just repetition and learning.
Speaking of that quarterback, how's that rapport coming along? And is there something that kind of just surprised you just in terms of how much, working with Drew Brees, his knowledge and his learning and kind of talking the game and talking shop there these last 2 weeks?
Our rapport is going great. We're still building, still learning each other, still talking things out. I'm constantly in his ear as well as he is in mine. Talking about things in the locker room, or if I just see him in the hallway, it's easy to just pop in and be like, share my 2 cents on the route. As far as, us growing up, it's coming. I think him and Coach Payton have done a great job at just being open with me about certain routes and asking how I like certain things, and just kind of picking my brain a little bit as well. So, it's going to continue to get better. It's going to continue to grow.
Hey, Jared, your answer to the previous question made it sound like you feel, I just want to make sure I got this right, you feel like your success on any team has more to do with your preparation than the actual way that you might fit into the offense and the scheme. Is that right?
No, I'm not saying that it has more to do or less to do with it. I'm just saying preparation is just very important. It's certain offensive formations and certain places where you line up where they expect you to run a certain type of route or do a certain thing, but it's your preparation that's going to get you a little bit extra open. That's going to add your savviness and add your own blueprint to that route or to that play. That's going to make a difference between a 1 yard separation, a contested catch, or a 5 yard separation wide open. So it's just how I approach the game and how I go about it, how I'm learning, how I'm getting the playbook down. I think that's more important. on your growth. It's on you. It starts with you first.
We got time for one more. Coach's vision for your skill set is also, I mean, that's got to be a main factor in your optimism here. Or?
Absolutely, I think it is, but I think a lot of that comes with offensive scheme as well. I think they already have the scheme in place. It's just the fact of how do I fit and where do I fit and how can I make this scheme better with what I do. Cool.
Okay, thanks, Jared. Appreciate it. You watch Hard Knocks last night?
No, I did.
For me, I'm excited about this opportunity that we get to go out and show, put all our hard work on display. So we're looking forward to it.
Do you still hear from fans in Minnesota at all, or have people reach out to you from Minnesota?
Yeah, I've grown some relationships with different people from Minnesota, and of course, some of the fans still reach out to me on social media. So.
Does that surprise you at all? It can be, every situation is different when you leave a team, so sometimes it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, no, it just speaks highly of I think them as fans, the state, and then also sometimes speaks highly of the athlete. But there are great people in the state of Minnesota. I enjoyed my time there, and I'm enjoying my time here in New Orleans now.
Hey Teddy, what's up, man?
See?
How are you? What do you think it's just going to be like being out there facing your former Vikings for the first time in an actual game?
It'll be fun. Those guys know me, I know those guys, so it'll be great to just be on the other side. Usually, when I used to go against those guys, they couldn't touch me, but now the red jersey's off, so I'm just looking forward to just seeing those guys and competing against those guys.
What did Zimmer came out? I asked him, and he said, "Well, we're going to go out and try to hit him just like any other quarterback." What do you think about Zimmer saying that?
Hey, that's the expectations. I don't expect them to take it easy or anything like that. So, it's preseason. They have some things that they want to work on, and some things that they want to see in this matchup, and we have some things that we've been working on that we want to see. So we're looking forward to this matchup Friday and just going out and competing.
You had a lot of tight relationships with those guys in Minnesota. Y'all been in touch leading up to this game? Some friendly trash talking going on behind the scenes?
Nah, no trash talking or anything like that. But I know those guys are working extremely hard, and we're working extremely hard here. So I'll see all those guys Friday evening, and I'm pretty sure it'll be all smiles then. But I haven't really heard much from those guys throughout training camp. But this offseason, I was able to keep in touch with a bunch of those guys. But just glad to see that they're doing well. We're doing well here, and we're looking forward to Friday.
Who'd you keep in touch with in the offseason? You know some of the guys?
Of course, Xavier Rose. He's a local Miami guy. I had the chance to talk to Adam Thielen, who usually comes down to Florida and work out often. Dalvin Cook, another Florida guy. So different guys on that team I had the chance to talk to after this offseason.
How do you feel health-wise you are now with your knee compared to before you got hurt? And, making the Pro Bowl with the Vikings and all that.
Man, I don't honestly say that this is the best that I've ever felt. In my 6 years, and I feel great mentally, physically, and spiritually. So I'm looking forward to just going out there and competing, getting an opportunity to lead my troopers up and down the field and just have some fun playing football again.
How different is prepared for this game feel than when you got your first game action with the Saints last year?
I'd say the level of comfort is a little higher. Last year, I got here the day of the last preseason game, and I was listening to the play calls on the sideline, and I didn't know what was going on. But now, having a year under my belt, I can say that the comfort level has grown with the system, and I understand what plays, why we're calling what plays, and what we're trying to accomplish when we call certain plays. So I'm excited about that, and I look forward.
Teddy, when you look 2 days ago when y'all were indoors, would you say that was one, maybe if not your best practice in the St. Jerome? The ball wasn't hitting the ground, that you seemed very confident, and you the guy out there, you had tasted some Drew's not practicing, but I thought that practice you were on fire and very confident.
Yeah, it was definitely one of my best practices that I've had, minus last year when I used to give the defense headaches on the scout team looks. But no, it was one of my better practices that I've had in the Saints uniform. The ball was barely hitting the ground, like you said, and that's because our guys, they're doing what we expect them to do. They're in the right place at the right time. The offensive line is doing a great job of protecting, and running backs are doing what they're supposed to do, whether it's in the run game or the play action game. The receivers, of course, you just throw it out there and those guys make plays, so they make our job a little easier. and that other day was a pretty good day.
Teddy, were you disappointed all the way things kind of ended with the Vikings in that they didn't really seem to work hard to bring you back and quickly kind of moved on in free agency there in 18?
You know, this Friday we're looking forward to just going out there and just putting the things that we practice on tape and you know, creating an identity early this preseason, creating some tempo, getting in and out and up and down in the huddles, playing pitch and catch with the wide receivers, and everyone just being well assigned. That's what's most important right now.
And you approach preseason games differently now than you did in the past. Just knowing that this might be your only extensive action this season that you're being.
Well, I've always approached the preseason as if it was a regular season game, because I know how serious this game is, and everyone's out there competing for a reason. And if you don't respect this game, then you know all types of things can happen. So I've always been one of the guys who respect the game and give them all, whether it's preseason or regular season.
Teddy, obviously, Emmanuel Butler started off training camp with a bang and just some time, but now he's working his way back. As one of the quarterbacks throwing him the ball, how encouraged are you to see him working his way back?
Yeah, it's very exciting to see him working his way back. He's shown some flashes throughout this training camp. He's made some spectacular plays as well. So to have a guy back, of his caliber, it's great for the young guys to see, that you can push through things. But it's also great for him to be able to get the opportunity to showcase his talents, not just in practice but in the games.
What's it like, Teddy? You look around everywhere I see to the next Viking. You got Kay and back line, and Charles and Easton. What's it like having all these Vikings South?
It's great to have them a part of the New Orleans Saints. I'm aware, and we all know what they were able to do when we were all in Minnesota. But it's great to have them on this side of the ball this go round.
Are you guys in the locker room as excited about what Jared Cook's been able to do out of practice and seeing what that could mean for the offense?
Man, yeah, Jared, it's very exciting to watch him play out there. And that entire room, those guys compete. Josh, Dan, those guys all compete at a high level. And to see what Jared is doing, winning those one-on-one battles, finding the soft spaces in the zones, and playing with his eyes, that's great to have as an outlet for a quarterback.
Seems like the fans are really excited. You hear them cheer, and you see them on social media, and really excited about Cook. Is that the same kind of thing y'all doing in the locker room? Y'all giving him superstar treatment?
No, we treat everyone the same around here. We appreciate the guys that we have. We appreciate their talents, their skill sets, and we try to maximize it. And Jared is a guy who's been making plays since he's arrived here. He's been making plays since he's been in this league, and we're glad to have him part of this team.
Thank you. All right, man.
So we got any more clips? Okay, that concludes tonight's Saints video recap. Talking about the Minnesota game on Friday. The game will be at 7 p.m. If you want to watch it, you're most likely going to have your either Fox or NFL Network, or you can go to VIP TV. That's one of the online peer-to-peer streaming services. You can get that, go to that as well. So that most likely you'll be able to get to watch it if you have a computer. Just either go to one of those free services and you can get those feeds. So let's go ahead and switch out. Okay. Scoreboard update. It is Brewers up 6-1 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's in the top of the sixth. He's got a preseason game. Oh, okay, Fox. How you doing, Fox? Yeah, I know y'all have a preseason game tomorrow. Who's going to start? Who's your starters for Thursday night game? Who y'all playing? Let's see. Switch this over, pop this over. Okay, we'll switch this back out. Okay, I'm going to go over to LSU, TigerDrops.com. Let's go to TigerDrops.com. Right on the screen, if you see it. So once again, we are live on YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. No Facebook until tomorrow. So unfortunately. That's unfortunate fact, but we have to live with it. So, okay, let's go ahead and click this in. Okay, LSU announces their 2020 football schedule, so it's a year ahead. So they're going to be. They just announced it. LSU. 1 quarter. Oh, okay. That would be 1 quarter. Oh, that's good. Just let me know what's going on with your game. Oh, okay. Just let me know what's going on with y'all game tomorrow. So, okay, this is the press release from the LSU athletic department. They announced the schedule for 2020. LSU will host Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Alabama, South Carolina, and Tiger Stadium next year. So that's going to be the games that's going to be hosted in the SEC next year inside Tiger Stadium. The league schedules all 14 game teams on Wednesday. So that's going to be the norm. So we'll show you the schedule. Scheduled for next year. September 5th, they will take on UTSA. That's out of Conference USA. Also, they will take on Texas. That will be a home and home. So this time, Texas will be coming here to Tiger Stadium, not to Austin. So, oh, okay. All right. That'd be great. Also, they will have Rice. That will be in Houston at NRG Stadium. That's the home of the Houston Texans. Also on September 26th, they will take on Ole Miss. Also, they will take on Nickel State, which is a FCS conference team, non-conference. Also, they will take on Florida. That will be on the road. And also, they will take on Arkansas. That will be on the road. The home game will be Mississippi State on Halloween day or night. They will not have a game. So November 7th, they will take on Alabama. November 14th, excuse me, I'm getting my dates mixed up. November 14th, they will take on South Carolina. They will move the Auburn game back from, I think it was in October or September to November 21st. They will be at Auburn. And also they will take on Texas A&M at Texas A&M. So that's next year's schedule. So it's short. It's a year ahead of, but hey, at least we got it out. So with the LSU football schedule. So you can't have a date mixed up. No, I can't have my dates mixed up. Yeah. Sorry about that. I mess up, but I try to correct myself. So sorry about that. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's switch this over. We already had the LSU practice. Let's see if that was accurate. This is from okay, this is LSU football practice from August 7th. So this is one of the practice videos we will show you in just a second, just to give you a take what's going on at LSU football practice. Okay, Brandon Fehoko told us today that Jabbar Cherry, nicknamed Hulk Cherry, carrying the blocks of his books to Getting Stronger, hashtag LSU. Let's go ahead and show you one of the videos. We'll show you video clips of it. So if you want to see it, I'm going to go ahead and play it. So that was a pretty good hit by 46. So I'm gonna tell you, these guys are gonna be hit. They're gonna be hitting somebody on August 31st when they take on Georgia Southern. That's pretty good blocking scheme right there. So next play, video we'll show you will be the look fun right until the custom. Okay. Yeah, they are very strong. These suckers right here, Fox, they're gonna hit that. They're gonna hit that dummy, and they're gonna knock that dummy down. I'll show you another video. This is from
Right there on your back.
Another one.
No, time to get it. Right there. On your back. There you go. Cradle. Right here. Right here. Stop.
Thank you.
Stop. No, right there. On your back. Tony coach up. Tony coach up. Oh. You gotta know what that is. You gotta know what that is. I got the girl right there. Good, Terry.
That was some pretty good. That's a drill right there. That's a drill they do in football camp, where they catch the ball and it fall on the mat. So that was a padded mat right there. So they wasn't falling on their back. So they fell on that little blue looking mat. So okay, this is from Brooks Nakvina. You can reach him. This is a picture right here. We don't have a video of it, so this is a picture of the cornerbacks' individual drills. No Derek Stingley. That's what the headline's saying. Also, Scott Woodward hiding behind the bag so he can get knocked the hell off. Next one is for Brody Miller, first and second quarterbacks in this video. So first and second quarterbacks. Let's go ahead and play that video. So that was an 18-second video. First and second quarterbacks getting the reps in, throwing to the receivers. Okay, the next one is great rep. Tyler Shelvin working in the afternoon. Let's give you that play. So nice play. I mean, so I tell you, if they can do that in games, knock these guys down, I could tell you we're going to be a lethal defense and most likely a lethal offense as well. So this is the next video we're going to show you. This is from TigerDroppings.com. This is all Twitter videos. These are all from different people. So we'll go through them. Okay, the next one. This is different routes.
Be alert to those slants. Be alert to those slants.
What he was saying in that video was box coverage. That's what he was saying. Box coverage. So this is mic'd up stuff. So let me go ahead and finish up. Okay, defense. Coach O, along with Christian LeComp and Lyman's working on tackling drills again. This is with the dummies, linebackers moving. Let's go ahead and play that. This was at 5:03 Central Time. Let's go ahead and play that.
Let him go. Work back there. Take time. There you go. Take time. There you go. Clean.
So that's the defensive linemen and the linebackers working. So that was some pretty good drills right there. I think. So the next one, this is from Jacques Doucet of WAFB Channel 9 in Baton Rouge. Low defensive back work with Coach Bush. Let's go ahead and play that. Number 3 flies. So that's all, like I said, that's only training camp right there. But he's going to have to learn, if he does try to pick off a football, try to finish the job. Don't sit there and drop that ball, because that could be a pass breakup or an interception. If you want an interception to get the ball back, that's the main thing they're going to be working on during the doing these practices. Because look, this is only practice sessions. Okay, this is what they're talking about. Y'all wrap up this man. So that's what they're saying in that. This is a picture. Also, another new kid on the defensive line. We'll show you that video. Let me go ahead and play that video for Jacques Doucet. Okay, we're going to show you Joe Burrow, bombs from Joe Burrow. This is from practice from Wednesday. Let's go ahead and play the video. Close. To the tight end. Throw it to 1. Yep. That's Miles Brennan. So he's hitting his receiver. Miles Brennan, pretty good quick. Okay, here's the thing about this video. I'm going to say, look, I thought Joe Burrow put up some good passes. I'm not taking anything from Miles Brennan. Miles Brennan throw a little pass towards the sideline, and then another pretty good pass. So I think Joe Burrow, once again, still has it. That's one thing about it. I mean, look, he can run now. He's got a running ability, but he's also got the an arm on him. Also, Miles Brennan. So I wouldn't put it past Miles Brennan if Joe Burrow does get hurt this year, and Miles Brennan comes in and takes control of the offense for LSU. So that's one thing we're looking at. So these are the videos from different media guys out of Tiger training camp. So we'll have another one tomorrow. We'll have another set tomorrow. Let's go ahead and move along tonight. Okay, let's switch this over. This is from TigerDroppings.com. Let's see what else is on TigerDroppings.com. Okay, let's talk about former ESPN anchor Lisa Kenley checks in from the lake. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Okay, this is former ESPN anchor Lisa Kenley checks in from the lake. This is from her right there. That's the reporter, former reporter with ESPN. She works with FanDuel now, so I wish her all the best of luck in her endeavors. So that's what we're showing you. That's the lady right there. This is one of her videos.
It is happening, sports fans. The sports betting craze is truly starting to sweep the nation, and now the industry's best book has gone live in the Keystone State. We are so excited about this announcement. So if you're in the great state of Pennsylvania, you can now legally bet. Welcome to the family, and to celebrate this occasion, we are offering you a risk-free bet. And Dave, I have to bring you in on this one because you are a Steelers fan,
Yes.
so you have to be blown away by this news.
You know what they say, you have a friend in Pennsylvania. Now FanDuel Sportsbook is your friend. Yeah, how awesome is that? That it used to be New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. Now those in Pennsylvania can get online as well.
So that's our video, Lisa Kenley talking about the FanDuel sports betting. I must say this, look, I hope it does happen in Louisiana that we do get legalized sports betting, because look, Louisiana is definitely missing out on revenue for the state. I know a lot of people don't want this in Louisiana, but the truth of the matter is, it will help out your schools. It will help out your local governments and stuff like that, and also will help out your state governments, without a shadow of a doubt. So I hope it does come in the near future. But the nearest sports betting parlor will be in Mississippi. So that's in Biloxi at the I think it's one of the Biloxi casinos up in Biloxi. So this is Lisa Kenley. Was showing you pictures of her. So she is a former anchor with ESPN, now with FanDuel. So if you want to follow her on Instagram or Twitter, her name is Lisa Kenley. She has an Instagram. You just follow her on Instagram. So, okay, that's the we'll go ahead and see what else we need to talk about. Okay, I think we got everything covered on here. So we'll go ahead and see what else we want to talk about on NOLA.com. Switch it over. Okay, we're back to NOLA.com. Okay, let's go ahead and give you a few headlines from NOLA.com. Okay, Will Lutz has a big off season with the Saints. A new house, but the kicker, she said yes, which is I think it was marriage. So congratulations to him. Will Lutz. We're looking forward to seeing what he's going to do this year, making kicks for the Saints, because he had a pretty good kicking rate with the Saints last year. So we're looking for more, bigger and better things out of Will Lutz. This is our picture right here. This was at the Pontchartrain Hotel in I think it's in New Orleans or something like that. So I think it's either New Orleans or downtown New Orleans. This is Will Lutz on one knee. So I think, like I said, look, he is engaged to get married. So I'm hoping. I wish him all the best of luck. He will get married. I don't think it's on May or something like that. He also has a 5-year extension with the Saints on March the 13th. So he had that. So I look at it this way. Look, Will Lutz has got everything. Look, he can be 90% perfect. Then the Saints fans will accept that, because the special teams are going to be very important. In 2016, he made 87 of 100 of his kicks, and also 148 of 153 extra points. That's pretty good. So that's a pretty good status, if you ask me. So once again, this was from Amy Just. You can reach her at The Advocate / Times-Picayune. That's The Advocate / Times-Picayune. Okay, we talked about Saints training camp. Let's see what the services. Let's go ahead and talk. Let's go ahead and talk about that. We had the video recap. Okay, Saints training camp and services. Hammerlock Center, also golf course, and then football field and more. This is from let's see, Hebrew Top, STEOPE. You can reach him at the Advocate / Times-Picayune. So the 11th day of training camp brought arguably most of the human conditions on the outdoor field. Today's services, Sean Payton said one thing, it helped the first 40 minutes, and when we got started, we stretched out in the indoor facility. That's what they did. Also, let's see, we're reading. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, this is participation. Fullback Michael Burton and Matthew Days. Excuse me, Keith Kirkwood and Garrett Griffin was part of the players that did participate. Also, Ethan Greenodge, and also Nate Waldniks. I'm saying his name right. Also, let's see, T.J. Green not in service, so that was the participations. Also, Emmanuel Butler returned in pads as well. David Amager did return for full team drills. Also, Andres Pete and punter Thomas Morstead returned to practice. Hammerlock. This is the article they're talking about. Okay, 3-player rotation between Nick McCoy, Cameron Tom, and Nick Easton in the start training camp. McCoy emerged as the front runner. I think he should be the front runner because, look, it's going to be a 3-way battle, but the truth of the matter is one of them will win. The center position for the Saints, one of them will win. So, also, tip drills off the new guy, safety, C.J. Chauncey Gardner. Had an interception off of Teddy Bridgewater during the 11-on-11s. So he had a pretty good interception, so that was good. I think he he's progressing in the Saints camp. Gardner. Also golf swings. This is not football related. So okay, this is B Louder during the 7-on-7 drills. Goal line. Drew Brees attempted to connect with Dan Arnold in the back of the end zone. So that's something that's going to be well in hand for the Saints this year, because if they go on the road, they're going to have to use a hard count and stuff like that, because the fans in other stadiums most likely will disrupt the flow of the offense and keep them off balance. That's the thing. The Saints, I'm going to be honest with you, you got to use those hard counts. Also, play of the day, another production from Breeze to Jared Cook, so I'm very happy to see that. Jared Cook is once again making strides in the 11-on-11 drills. We'll show you this. This is from Amy Just. We'll show you a little play of it. Let's go ahead and do that. Give you a little sense of it. It's happening. Great catch. So great catch by Jared Cook in the battling against 3 defenders. So I think Friday he's going to have a lot of work to do for the Saints. If they put him in the starting role on Friday night against the Minnesota Vikings, he'll most likely have a productive game. So that's my take on it. What's yours on Saints training camp? You can post your comments via YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Please remember, we're not on Facebook tonight. I don't want to get into the Pacific, so that's from Hugh Herbie. That's HERBIETEOPE. You can reach him at the Advocate/Times-Picayune. That is the Advocate/Times-Picayune. Okay, one more, and then we'll turn off. Okay, as the new face amped up wide receiver race, returners. So I'm looking forward to see who's going to be being a punt returner and being a wide receiver, and making some catches doing the on the punts and the kickoffs. Okay, additional depth rising stars are coming out. Michael Thomas and also Ted Ginn is making strides. No wideouts were taken in the Saints' previous picks. Pass kicking option outside with Jared Cook. So I'll be honest with you, look, it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do. I mean, I don't think Michael Thomas is going to play this Friday night. I'm pretty sure it most likely will be Traquan Smith, Austin Carr, or Keith Kirkwood will be playing. If Ted Ginn comes in Friday night, I will be pleased to see that. If Ted Ginn comes out on Friday night against the Minnesota Vikings. So that's the article we're showing you on the screen. Saints put up best numbers in the last 3 years. They put up 28 catches for 427 yards, third best on the team. I think that's good. Also, they had 5 touchdowns in the regular season, 10 catch performances for 157 yards versus the Eagles. So the wide receiver core is going to be very essential to this team's offense. No matter if it's Ginn, no matter if it's Thomas. Thomas is going to still be the starter for the Saints. But the second, third, fourth, and fifth wide receivers will be determined for the Saints. So this is from Nathan Brown. You can reach Nathan Brown at The Advocate /Times-Picayune. That's The Advocate /Times-Picayune. Okay, we'll go ahead and go over some MLB scores, and then we'll wrap this up for tonight. We'll have the show tomorrow. Hopefully we get Facebook back. We'll be back on in maybe 10 hours with Facebook, so you'll be able, Facebook people, I'll be back on tomorrow. Okay, in the bottom of the 8th, it is the Seattle Mariners and the Padres tied up at 2. Also, it is the Yankees up 11-1, bottom 7. Also, it is the Brewers up 8-1. Also, it is the Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th up 4-3. Also, warming up, we haven't gotten information. We'll see if we get a refresh. We'll refresh the computer, see if these are old scores. I'm probably reading old scores. Let me just flip this back. Sorry about that. Okay, still tied up at 2. That's bottom of the 8th. Also, the D-backs and Phillies will play in just a few moments. Also, the Mets win 7-2. The Indians win 5-1 and also 2-0. Also, the White Sox wins 8-1. Also, the Blue Jays win 4-3. So 47-70. But hopefully, the Blue Jays will rebuild and get it. And I have get quality players. Hopefully, they can rebuild next year. So, okay. Next one is the Braves win 11-7. The Astros win 14-3 over the Rockies. Also, the Cubs win 10-1. The Dodgers win 2-1. Also, the Washington Nationals win 4-1. Let's give you the standings before we leave tonight. We've been on an hour and 12 minutes. Okay, the standings going into, we'll show you the standings in just a second. Waiting on the standings to come up. Okay, the once again, the Yankees are 74-39, so most likely will have a comfortable lead over the Tampa Bay Rays, which is 66-50. Now the hard part, the Boston Red Sox. They have a good record right now. They're 60-56. They're 6 games out of the wild card, and 15 games out of the AL East. So that's going to be some pretty good teams that most likely will be fighting for the wild card and also fighting for the division lead. Now, the Minnesota Twins in the Central is 70-44. Cleveland is 2 games out of that division lead, so that's going to be a complete separation right there. Hopefully, if Cleveland drops it down to 1, then you're going to have a mess on your hands for the AL Central. Now, the Houston Astros are 75-40. So, I don't think Oakland's going to win that division. I think Houston's going to take it outright. But right now, Oakland can most likely get into the playoffs because they are 0.5 out of the wild card race. So, Texas, I don't think Texas, most likely, they'll have a winning season, but most likely they'll be the last team out of the playoffs. Now, in the National League East, the Atlanta Braves has a comfortable lead, so Atlanta's not going to give up that lead. Washington is 6 games out and 1.5 games out of the wild card. They're plus. So, if they get in, they will be a wild card team. Now, Philadelphia, I don't think Philly's going to get into the playoffs because they're going to say 7 out of the playoffs. So if they could turn it around in the last couple of months, I'm pretty sure they'll get in, but I don't think I'm pretty skeptical about that. Now, in the Central, the Chicago Cubs are has a comfortable lead. So if all goes well, the Cubs will most likely win the division. But St. Louis right now is only 3 games out, and that's a complete separation. 3 games compared to the 1. So they're 3 behind. So they're not that far behind. Now Milwaukee is also not that far behind at 3.5 as well. But they're 1 out of the wild card. 1 out of the wild card. So also the Los Angeles Dodgers are 77-40. So if they get to 80 wins, there's no stopping them. There's no stopping the Dodgers at all. Because right now they have a very comfortable lead. Because Arizona is 18 out. 18 out of the division lead, and also 2 out of the wild card. Now San Francisco is only 4 games out of the wild card. So look, that's going to be some pretty good teams coming out of the West to get into that wild card. So that's one thing. Pay attention to, everybody. Is San Francisco and Arizona. Hopefully that will won't be the case, but it will most likely will happen. So that is the MLB standings for tonight. Let's go ahead and switch this out. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna switch out. Okay, I'm gonna switch this out. Put this on. Okay, once again, this concludes tonight's Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Wednesday, August 7th. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have the we'll have Saints training camp. We'll see what happens. Also, Friday we'll have the Saints preview versus the Minnesota Vikings. So we'll have that on Friday. We'll have the breakdowns and stuff like that. So we'll be on. It'll be on Friday. So, as always, like, share, and subscribe. That's like, share, and subscribe. Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show on Facebook, WordPress, Instagram, Tumblr, and also Reddit. You can follow me on my email address is kerry.wehmeyer@yahoo.com. That's the email address. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. That's facebook.com/kerry.wehmeyer.75. Also, you can follow me in the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer page at facebook.com/KLW. That is my middle initial. That is my initials. I spell my initials. 782540. That's 782540. Also, you can follow me on Tumblr at Sports Talk 78. Also, you can follow me on Reddit at LSU_Tulane2505. And also Instagram, you can follow me at Sports Talk. Just got to put the underscore at 2505. That's 2505. Until then, everybody have a good rest of your Wednesday evening.